Have you ever found yourself questioning your worth or second-guessing your abilities? Insecurity has a sneaky way of creeping into our minds, convincing us that we're not good enough. But what if I told you that ancient wisdom holds the secret to breaking free from this cycle? Stoicism, a philosophy that has endured for thousands of years, teaches us how to cultivate inner confidence that no external force can shake. The beauty of Stoicism is its practicality. It doesn't demand perfection or require you to fake confidence. Instead, it equips you with tools to face life's challenges with resilience and clarity. As Marcus Aurelius, one of Stoicism's greatest philosophers, once wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This simple yet profound insight reminds us that true confidence starts within, from how we think and what we choose to focus on. In today's video, we're diving into 10 powerful Stoic lessons that can transform your perspective and help you stop feeling insecure. These lessons are not abstract theories. They're actionable strategies drawn from the lives of great Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca. Each one will challenge you to rethink your insecurities and empower you to take charge of your confidence. So, if you're ready to let go of self-doubt and embrace a more confident, resilient version of yourself, you're in the right place. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more insights that will help you unlock the best version of yourself. Let's get started with these transformative lessons that will leave insecurity behind for good. Focus on what you can control, the cornerstone of Stoic philosophy. And the first step toward confidence is learning to focus only on what you can control. Epictetus famously said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Insecurity often arises when we tie our self-worth to external factors, what others think of us, unpredictable circumstances, or outcomes we can't guarantee. Stoicism teaches us to let go of these externals and redirect our energy to the one thing we truly have power over, ourselves. To apply this lesson, start by identifying situations where insecurity takes hold. Perhaps it's a fear of rejection, criticism, or failure. Ask yourself, are these outcomes truly within my control? More often than not, the answer is no. What you can control, however, is your preparation, effort, and attitude. Instead of obsessing over how others might perceive you, focus on doing your best and maintaining integrity in your actions. By narrowing your focus to what you can influence, you free yourself from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable. This mental shift not only eases insecurity, but also empowers you to take meaningful action. When you know you've done all you can within your power, confidence naturally follows. Remember, as the Stoics remind us, the opinions of others are outside your sphere of control. What truly defines you is how you choose to respond to life, no matter the circumstances. Reframe failure as growth. One of the most empowering Stoic lessons for building confidence is to reframe failure as a stepping stone for growth, rather than a sign of inadequacy. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic emperor, reminds us that the impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. In other words, the obstacles you face, including failures, are not barriers. They are opportunities to improve and strengthen yourself. Insecurity often stems from a fear of failure, as if falling short defines your worth. But Stoicism teaches us to look at failure differently. It's not the failure itself that matters, but what you learn and how you grow from it. Every setback carries a lesson if you're willing to look for it. Did a presentation not go as planned? Reflect on what could be improved for next time. Did you miss a goal? Use the experience to refine your approach and build resilience. This mindset shift takes the sting out of failure and replaces it with curiosity and determination. By reframing failure as an inevitable and valuable part of growth, you'll find that your confidence doesn't diminish after a setback. It actually increases. Each time you learn and bounce back, you strengthen your belief in your ability to overcome challenges. The next time you face failure, embrace it with the Stoic perspective. Let it guide you toward becoming wiser, stronger, and more capable. Remember, confidence isn't about avoiding failure. It's about knowing you can rise above it every time. Detach from the opinions of others. A critical Stoic lesson for overcoming insecurity is learning to detach from the opinions of others. Epictetus warned, if you are ever tempted to look for outside approval, realize that you have compromised your integrity. Insecurity thrives when we rely on external validation to define our worth. Stoicism teaches us that confidence comes from within, not from the ever-changing judgments of others. To practice this, start by recognizing that other people's opinions are shaped by their own biases, experiences, and insecurities. Their judgment of you often says more about them than it does about you. Instead of seeking approval, focus on living in alignment with your values and principles. Ask yourself, am I acting with integrity? Am I doing what I believe is right? If the answer is yes, then external criticism or praise becomes irrelevant. Detaching from opinions doesn't mean ignoring constructive feedback. It means filtering it through the lens of your values. Accept advice that helps you grow, but don't let unwarranted criticism or fleeting praise define your sense of self. By practicing this detachment, you'll discover a sense of freedom and inner peace. You'll no longer feel the need to perform or please others at the expense of your authenticity. Confidence flourishes when you trust your own judgment and live according to your own standards, not someone else's expectations. Let go of the need for external validation, and you'll find that the most important opinion, the one you hold of yourself, is all you truly need. 4. Build confidence through small wins. Stoicism teaches us to focus on incremental progress rather than overwhelming ourselves with the pursuit of perfection. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Don't let your imagination be crushed by life as a whole. Stick with the situation at hand." This principle reminds us that confidence isn't built in a single leap. It's cultivated through consistent small victories that gradually reinforce our belief in ourselves. To apply this lesson, start by breaking down daunting goals into manageable steps. If you're feeling insecure about a task, whether it's public speaking, a new skill, or a fitness goal, don't focus on the entire journey. Instead, concentrate on what you can achieve today. For example, if you're afraid of speaking in front of a crowd, begin by practicing in front of a friend or recording yourself. Each small win, such as completing a successful practice session, becomes a building block for greater confidence. Small wins are powerful because they create momentum. Every time you accomplish a minor goal, you prove to yourself that you're capable and that success isn't out of reach. These victories also help to quiet the inner critic that often fuels insecurity, replacing doubt with evidence of progress. By celebrating small wins, you shift your focus from what you lack to what you've achieved. This Stoic approach transforms self-doubt into self-belief, reminding you that confidence isn't about where you start. It's about the consistent steps you take toward growth. Practice gratitude for your strengths. A powerful way to overcome insecurity is to focus on and appreciate the strengths you already possess. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Insecurity often stems from comparing ourselves to others and fixating on what we lack. Stoicism teaches us to redirect our energy toward gratitude for what we already have, including our unique talents and abilities. Begin by identifying your strengths, no matter how small they may seem. Perhaps you're a great listener, a creative thinker, or someone who can stay calm under pressure? Reflect on these qualities and how they've positively impacted your life and the lives of others. Write them down if it helps you internalize them. This practice shifts your focus from self-doubt to self-appreciation, reminding you that you already have valuable attributes to offer. Gratitude also transforms your mindset, making you more aware of your potential for growth. By appreciating what you're good at, you build the confidence to face challenges with the belief that you can improve in other areas too. For example, if you're insecure about public speaking, but excel in organizing your thoughts, gratitude for your clarity can provide the foundation for developing this new skill. Practicing gratitude for your strengths isn't about ignoring your weaknesses. It's about realizing that your foundation is already strong. By focusing on what you do well, you'll find that confidence grows naturally and insecurity begins to fade. Align your actions with your values. Stoicism teaches that true confidence arises when your actions reflect your values. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Insecurity often stems from feeling disconnected when what you do doesn't align with who you aspire to be. By consistently acting in accordance with your values, you cultivate a sense of integrity and self-respect, the foundation of unshakable confidence. To apply this lesson, start by identifying your core values. These might include honesty, kindness, discipline, or courage. Once you're clear on what matters most to you, reflect on whether your daily actions align with those values. For instance, if you value honesty, ensure that your words and actions reflect truth, even in difficult situations. If you value kindness, look for ways to practice it genuinely, whether through helping a colleague or offering encouragement to a friend. Aligning your actions with your values fosters self-trust. When you know you're living authentically, you no longer need external validation to feel secure in who you are. This alignment also simplifies decision-making as your values become a guiding compass, reducing second-guessing and self-doubt. Over time, living in alignment with your values strengthens your confidence because it affirms that you're living a life true to yourself. Insecurity fades when you know your actions consistently reflect your principles, allowing you to navigate challenges with clarity and self-assurance. Accept what you cannot control. One of the most empowering Stoic lessons for building confidence is learning to accept what you cannot control. Epictetus famously taught, "Some things are up to us and some things are not." Insecurity often stems from fixating on outcomes we cannot influence, whether it's others' opinions, unpredictable events, or external circumstances. Stoicism teaches that by focusing only on what is within our control, we can find peace and confidence, regardless of external challenges. To practice this lesson, begin by identifying the factors contributing to your insecurity. For example, if you're anxious about how others perceive you, recognize that their thoughts and judgments are beyond your control. What you can control, however, is your behavior, attitude, and effort. Instead of worrying about pleasing everyone, focus on acting with integrity and doing your best in any situation. Accepting what you cannot control doesn't mean giving up. It means letting go of unnecessary stress and redirecting your energy toward what you can influence. This shift frees your mind from the weight of unrealistic expectations and allows you to approach life's challenges with clarity and calmness. Confidence grows when you realize that your worth isn't tied to uncontrollable factors. By embracing the Stoic practice of acceptance, you build resilience and inner strength, allowing you to navigate uncertainty with grace. Trust in your ability to handle what's within your power and let go of the rest. It's one of the most liberating steps toward lasting confidence. Embrace the present moment. One of the most transformative Stoic practices for confidence is learning to fully embrace the present moment. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." Insecurity often arises when we dwell on past mistakes or worry about future outcomes. This mental preoccupation distracts us from what truly matters, the here and now. By focusing on the present, you can free yourself from the burden of regret and anxiety, allowing your confidence to flourish. To practice this lesson, start by becoming more mindful of your thoughts. Are you ruminating about something that went wrong yesterday, or are you imagining worst-case scenarios about tomorrow? Recognize when your mind drifts and gently redirect it to the task at hand. Whether you're working, having a conversation, or even enjoying a walk, immerse yourself fully in the moment. This practice not only enhances your effectiveness, but also quiets the mental chatter that fuels insecurity. Embracing the present also means accepting it for what it is, rather than wishing it were different. Instead of thinking, "I'll be confident when," focus on what you can do right now to demonstrate confidence. Take small, purposeful actions in alignment with your values, and let those actions define your self-worth. By grounding yourself in the present, you gain clarity and control over your immediate environment. This focus empowers you to respond thoughtfully and confidently to life's challenges without being weighed down by the past or the future. True confidence lives in the present. Embrace it. Strengthen your inner dialogue. A fundamental Stoic practice for building confidence is mastering your inner dialogue. Marcus Aurelius, in his Meditations, constantly reminded himself of his strength and purpose, writing, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Insecurity often stems from negative self-talk, the voice in our head that criticizes, doubts, and undermines our confidence. Stoicism teaches us to challenge and reshape this inner dialogue to reflect truth, strength, and resilience. To practice this, start by paying attention to the way you speak to yourself. Are your thoughts supportive, or do they focus on your shortcomings? When you catch yourself thinking, "I'm not good enough," challenge that thought. Replace it with affirmations grounded in evidence, such as, "I've overcome challenges like this before, and I can do it again." The Stoics believed that we should treat ourselves with the same encouragement and compassion we'd offer a friend. Instead of dwelling on past mistakes, focus on lessons learned and the progress you've made. Visualize yourself handling future challenges with courage and competence, reinforcing a positive self-image. Strengthening your inner dialogue doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, you'll notice a shift. By speaking to yourself with respect and encouragement, you create a mental environment where confidence can thrive. Your inner voice becomes your ally, not your critic, helping you face life's challenges with a renewed sense of self-assurance and resilience. Take responsibility for your confidence. A cornerstone of Stoicism is the idea of personal accountability, and it applies powerfully to building confidence. Epictetus wrote, "No man is free who is not master of himself." True confidence comes not from blaming external circumstances for our insecurities, but from taking full responsibility for our thoughts, actions, and growth. This practice empowers you to reclaim control over your self-esteem and stop waiting for external factors to validate your worth. To take responsibility for your confidence, begin by identifying areas in your life where you feel insecure and ask yourself, what actions can I take to address these feelings? For instance, if you lack confidence in public speaking, acknowledge that improvement is within your control. Enroll in a class, practice daily, and seek opportunities to refine your skills. Taking proactive steps builds a sense of accomplishment and reinforces your ability to overcome challenges. Additionally, taking responsibility means acknowledging that setbacks and failures are part of the process, not reasons to quit. Instead of seeing them as evidence of inadequacy, view them as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Confidence is a skill, not an innate trait, and by owning the process of building it, you become the architect of your self-esteem. When you take responsibility for your confidence, you stop relying on external approval or circumstances to feel secure. Instead, you cultivate a deep, self-sustaining belief in your ability to navigate life's challenges, making you truly confident in every sense. As we wrap up our journey through these 10 Stoic lessons for building confidence, remember that true confidence isn't about external validation or flawless performance. It's about inner strength, resilience, and living in alignment with your values. The teachings of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca remind us that confidence isn't something we find, it's something we cultivate within ourselves. Each lesson we explored today, from focusing on what you can control to strengthening your inner dialogue, offers a practical, actionable step toward breaking free from insecurity. These lessons aren't just theories, they're tools you can start using today to transform the way you think, act, and navigate challenges. Confidence isn't built overnight, but by consistently practicing these Stoic principles, you'll find yourself growing stronger, calmer, and more self-assured. Take a moment to reflect on which of these lessons resonated most with you. Is it letting go of what you can't control, reframing failure as growth, or perhaps embracing the present moment? Start with one principle, apply it to your daily life, and watch as it begins to shift your perspective and strengthen your confidence. Thank you for joining me on this journey. If you found value in these insights, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who could use a confidence boost, and subscribe for more content that empowers you to lead a life of wisdom and strength. Let's continue to grow together, one lesson at a time. Remember, confidence isn't about being perfect. It's about embracing who you are, learning from your experiences, and showing up every day as your best self. Until next time, keep practicing, reflecting, and living the Stoic way.